What's up, everyone? It's your boy Scott. Welcome to the Scott Reports. Today we're here to talk about Promised Neverland chapter 122, and something's afoot. I know it, you know it, Ray know it. Ray knows that Emma knows it. And again, just like I said last week, she's playing the role. Also something that we know just off of behavior. Norman's lying about something. Now, this next theory was actually from a commenter in last week's video who said, remember Norman said that the demons have to eat a human within 6 months or they're going to start to lose their form. Now, there is a big hole in that as far as what Norman is saying, because remember, Musica and Sung Ju, they didn't eat humans anymore, but they still kept their form. The only thing I could think of as far as that goes is perhaps maybe they eat demons that are already evolved or something. I don't know, but things like that is the reason why it just doesn't add up with this Norman that we're seeing and what he's doing. And just like I also said last week, overall, we knew that Emma was going to be on the side that wants the best for everybody. I mean, this extermination plan that Norman is going for, you know, she's happy to see Norman. She actually wants to go along with this plan because she feels this will be the safer route for the kids and everyone. If they could just get rid of demons and there'll be a children type world. But that's where our boy Ray comes in, because Ray has always been the logical side of things. And you know, Ray's looking like, you good with that? You really are good with that? I don't think you are. You are okay with everybody dying. See, well, not everybody dying as far as, you know, the demons dying, because Ray knows Emma, we know Emma. And just like I speculated, it was going to come to light that she wants the demons to live. She wants the best to everybody because she's seen the other side of demons. She's seen demons that live and have children and eat in families and all that, just like how we do. And that's something that she mentioned in this chapter. She was like, I want the demons to live. Like, we have a friend in Musica. We know that there's good demons out there. And speaking of things that we need to get back to, what happened to that whole dragon, you know, story thing they had a couple chapters back? Also, remember during the infiltration side of things, remember when they went into that city with the demons and they you know, they were dressed up as the demons, they were sneaking in trying to get intel. And I think this was kind of a hint to that in this chapter, because we didn't actually see what they did besides them trying to sneak into that one part. So it was pretty good to see that. I really would like to see more. I think it's a little bit too late to backtrack right now, unless they're going to do it in a flashback or something, or maybe expand upon why Emma feels this way. But at the same time, they don't have to, because that's just the way Emma thinks. And again, Musica is just a big example that not all demons out here are bad. And that's, you know, that's always the case. It's always some good, there's always some bad somewhere, unless something's been proven to be truly evil and we see that as not the case. Emma's like, you know, these things deserve to live just like us. They need to eat just like us. Now, this is where things may go a little bit downhill, because we've seen stories go like this. If you guys watch things like True Blood, you know, they had the synthetic blood for True Blood for the vampires to drink. And even with Tokyo Ghoul, you know, with Tokyo Ghoul, they came up with a way for the synthetic meat or something like that for the ghouls to eat. So maybe, and you know, in a way that's what the farms are for, even though they're still using humans. I guess that's what they're trying to do here in Promised Neverland. Maybe, you know, that could be a breakthrough for Emma if she could find some way for these demons to eat without having to actually farm these humans or devour humans. We'll just have to see where that goes. But we knew that was going to be the conflict for Emma. We got it a lot quicker than I thought. We got it like right into the next chapter with her saying, you know, I want these demons to live. I don't want any more bloodshed. And it looks like that's what we got. Ray knows that too. However, Norman, we need to talk to Norman. I just don't feel right about it. And I've been saying this ever since I came back and we had this news about him. He is all for the bloodshed right now, and he just seems very eerie. He seems very weird. This just doesn't seem like the Norman that we've known, and it's a big block of knowledge that we don't know about this character and what happened to him when he went into Project Lambda. We don't know what went on. For all we know, this could be a clone. This might even not be the Norman that we know. I definitely know he's been experimented on, or something's been done to him, and we got some things in this chapter to kind of back that up. You see, this Norman that we have here, he's scheming, he's calculating, he's evil. And it's a big block of knowledge that we don't know. I'll say that once again. So until it is proven otherwise, I don't think this is Norman. And if it is Norman, he's definitely being controlled. He's being blackmailed. He is being something. He might be just playing the role. But before we get to that, shout out to the brother in Promised Neverland for Black History Month with Vincent. You know, we got him kind of being like Norman's assistant. I don't really know his role right now, but he kind of saw what Norman was doing and kind of questioned it a little bit. He was like, you're acting a little bit different. I mean, the kids saw you in a completely different light. You aren't the same person that they're used to seeing. And this is when we start to see the changes and the things that will point to that something's definitely wrong with Norman. If this is Norman, I'm going to go, it's not Norman right now. Well, he was saying, oh yeah, you know, that was just the act. But we need to get back to the matter at hand. You know, even like the way he was talking, he was like, yes, but we need to get back to the plan. That's irrelevant. It's just odd behavior for Norman. And also with Vincent, what's up with his head? I mean, definitely some surgery or something been done there in Project Lambda. I mean, he has scars going across his head, almost looked like he'd been peeled open like a grape. So that also kind of backs up that something definitely happened to Norman and Lambda, and it's going to be a big shock when we find out. I mean, of course, when we have theory crafts like this, it won't be, but something's not right. Especially after now seeing this Vincent character and seeing what he's been through, seeing what Adam has been through. Everybody that came from Project Lambda has something done to him. That's definitely the case with Norman. And if I know Norman was always one step ahead. I would like to see the rivalry between Norman and Ray return, or the battle of wits here, because if Ray knows that Emma is hiding something, or she's not really true to this cause, and of course Norman is as well. As a matter of fact, this might actually be Norman's plan. She might be playing into Norman's hands with this by going into it. Again, I feel like the whole thing is a big setup, because they keep highlighting, and this is something that we knew was going to happen at some point, that the demons know what happened at Goldie Pond. They know about the Gracefield kids. They know about the revolution going around. So for everybody to be coming together to make this plan and abandon the 7 walls and whatnot, it just seems a little bit too weird. It seems a little bit too convenient. And that's just been the key for the last 3 chapters of Promised Neverland. And, well, at least now we got confirmed that Norman is definitely up to something. And he's actually going to have a meeting. I believe he's going to have a meeting with the demons. So we're going to see that come to be when he was talking to Vincent by saying, you know, I just want a peaceful solution without any bloodshed for the kids. At least. So that's something big right there. So it's kind of like saying, like, Norman doesn't give a shit about what happens to everybody else, as long as the kids in the farms live. So that goes back to the question of the human world, which I actually want to get to at some point. There's a lot of things I want to get back to. Of course, I've always said I want to get back to, you know, Mama, what Mama's up to. We haven't seen from Mama since the escape almost. You know, I want to get back to Phil and what's going on with him. And now we know it's an entire demon human world thing going on. What's going on the human side of things? Who's representing them? I mean, we're starting to see grown-ups. That's starting to happen. We're in the final arc. We got to get there eventually. But whatever Norman is doing, this clone Norman, this hypnotized Norman, this brainwashed Norman, this Norman that may be willingly setting a trap only to try to set a trap for Atari, you never know what Promised Neverland. All we know right now is something's up. I cannot wait to see how it's going to go. So, as always, you know, I always go on a little bit longer, but it really wasn't. It was a lot in this chapter to digest, but at the same time, this was one of those chapters that's kind of expand upon what happened last chapter, and Promised Neverland is really good about that, and that's something I'm going to be touching on once the anime is over, so I don't want to spoil anime onlys on things, but it's just more the psychological things that Promised Neverland bring to the table in chapters like this that are really just dialogue and a bunch of expressions and things that are expanded upon. That is really good for the series. And, you know, they said something about celebrating the final arc, so this might actually be ending quicker than we think. Usually when things say they're in the final arc, like take Bleach for example, it might still go on for 3 years, but it really does look like they're gonna wrap up Promised Neverland sometime soon. I just hope we get everything that we need before that happens. So guys, I'm gonna go ahead and get up out of here. Again, really all this chapter did was pretty much prove a lot of things that we thought already. But let me know what you guys think anyway, because it feels good to be back for Promised Neverland. It's good to talk to you guys again. So as always, if you like the video, go ahead and drop it a like. And if you want to hear more, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. There's not a shortage of content you indulge on this channel. As I always say, you guys be anywhere on YouTube right now. Just chose to listen to me. I really appreciate that, so thanks for stopping by. On that note, it's your boy Scott signing out. See you soon.